Huaxi sees itself as being leaps and bounds above all other villages in China, if not the world. Each household has at least $500,000 to $3 million in the bank or invested. But there's a catch. The assets are all owned collectively by the commune. If he ever leaves Huaxi, all his material and paper wealth must stay behind. It's all the brainchild of this man, Wu Renbao. Once branded a capitalist roader in the Cultural Revolution, the 84-year-old industrialist and his son now oversee a manufacturing base and collective investment portfolio they claim to be worth $7.7 billion last year.
Huaxi is a small village, but we opened up and have two systems, public ownership as well as private wealth. Most of those who did leave in the past failed. People do not want to leave Huaxi because life here is harmonious and stable.
Huaxi is a tough place to pigeonhole. It's socialist in structure but capitalist in nature, a dystopian wealth creator with businesses ranging from steel to soy sauce. Wu Renbao even has his own line of suits and cigarettes. Oh, and Huaxi just built a 1,000-foot skyscraper, taller than New York's Chrysler building. If you want an example of the excesses of China's property market, look no further than Huaxi Village. This is bigger than most buildings in the biggest American cities, costing nearly $500 million. And keep in mind, again, this has been built in a village in China of just 35,000 residents.
To Chinese investors, and many of them are sitting on a lot of cash these days, even in a relatively small place like Huaxi, if they are able to spin a very positive story for the future of that place, oftentimes they will be able to attract the investment to invest in the building. In reality, whether those kinds of investment will bear fruit at the end of the day, I mean, that's very questionable.
We're very worried about bubbles. That's why in 2008 we started selling off all our excess inventory. That being said, last year we had profits of more than $540 million, so we can pay for the skyscraper with just 1 year's earnings. Not a problem.
Huaxi is slowly moving out of margin-thin manufacturing businesses and into services like tourism. 2 million tourists visited Huaxi last year. As if a skyscraper's not high enough, of course Huaxi has its own helicopters for tourist joyrides. It wants to open a pilot training academy. Big problem is the government hasn't yet given it airspace clearance. But Huaxi plays by its own rules. One can't go upwards sitting on the ground. Engle, Bloomberg, Huaxi Village, Jiangsu Province, China.